I have been making Wagons of Steel magazine for 12 years. I was writing the all Mopar issue of Wagons of Steel magazine, and I wanted to take some pictures and get some background. And when I went out there, I saw drag racing for the very first time. I can't believe I made it all the way to 29 years old before I saw drag racing, but as soon as I saw it, a light bulb went off, and I knew that was what I had to do. And I've been racing wagons since my 29th birthday, so that makes it 8 years. This is the Mighty Josephine. This is our first drag car. When I first started bringing Josephine out to the track, it was all smiles. Every single minute I had that car out there, everybody just loved it. Whether it was fast, slow, heavy, or light, that car just was a magnet for everybody, because it's just obviously a guy out having a good time because he's bringing out this huge station wagon to race. You always got to have a lot of spare parts. Obviously, they don't make a lot of this stuff anymore. I mean, that's not in the Mopar catalog. This is a 1967 Plymouth Fury that somebody gave to me for free. That's the right price. This car is a twin sister to the race car. I bought this in St. Louis. We have now 4 of these cars. This is a sister ship to the Mighty Josephine, but it's not a parts car, it's a full runner. They only made 6,000 of these cars in the first place, so it's an extremely rare car. That's half as many as they made of the first year at GTO. In the old days, they used to race station wagons because the tailgate is a big chunk of weight that's 3 feet or 4 feet behind the back wheels, which gives excellent traction. This is my best drag car, the Belvedere. It's a 1966 Plymouth Belvedere 2, 6-passenger station wagon. I got for $500 in 1997. It's only got 1 seat left in it, so it's a 1-passenger station wagon now. I'm an art student at heart, so I tried to combine art car and drag car, and so I decided I wanted to go with the crustacean motif, since it's always been kind of rusty and crusty, so we call it the crustacean wagon. You might find some barnacles down low if you look carefully. We've put a huge engine in it. When it had its original motor, when I first had it, it weighed 4,900 pounds. So taking almost a ton of weight out of it is a big step towards going faster. That's 3 horsepower. This is a 426 Max Wedge by Dan Dvorak. It's a rare antique. The heads and the block and the pistons are all 1963 vintage. Actually, the pistons are just like 1963. Nobody puts actual 1963 pistons in a rebuilt motor. Dr. Big Block, AKA Mike Breno, is just a naturally gifted machinist. He's got motor oil in his veins.
The motor that we had in here before would probably run mid-12s. This should make it run hopefully mid-10s to high 10s, somewhere in the 10s, we hope.
He's been on the island forever. His whole family's on the island. You can't throw a rock without hitting somebody he's related to. Vashon Island is an island right in the middle of Puget Sound, right between Tacoma and Seattle. You have to get there by a ferry. There's a very cozy art community here. It's a really nice place for me to live. It's an incredible feeling. I enjoy the sensation of actually running down the quarter mile for sure, but it's also just the whole feeling of being among a bunch of people who understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. The experience of getting to the starting line and dropping the big pedal, it's unlike anything else. And when everything's working right, you get to the end of the quarter mile and you turn the motor off, stick it into neutral, and everything sounds good. You haven't blown anything up, and then come back and everybody's waving. It's just a great feeling. It's a 3G rocket blast to the moon.